Welcome back.
He's out of practice, everyone.
Here we are. Yeah. Welcome to season 2 of Funniest People You've Never Heard of. I'm Peter, your host. This is Todd.
Hey, everyone.
Holy cow, we are happy to be back for season 2 right here at Third Wheel Podcast Studio in the heart of Hollywood. This is where we record. Check them out. They're a great resource and a great place to record your podcast. Todd, it's been a big off season. How have you spent your time in the winter?
I've been missing you a little bit, to be honest. I've been working. I've been doing a couple shows. I got to promote. I worked on Bravo's King's Court that's coming out, and a show for Netflix, a sports doc about the F1 Academy.
And I've been doing a lot of work on myself.
Can you tell you got a haircut?
Yeah, how about that, huh? And hey, one thing we're going to do is check in.
Don't forget.
We're going to check in periodically with a little mullet flow.
Yeah, we're having a mullet summer.
A little mullet summer.
So these are baby mullets, little cute ones, but by episode 20, it's going to be full on.
I'm hoping my hair grows down to my butt. No cutting it. One quick thing before we get into all the business. Thank you for tuning into this first episode. We have a really big live show happening. So if you're listening to us as we drop on April 22nd, come out to Flappers in Burbank for a live show. Our guest today, Aaron Branch, is going to be a part of that lineup. It's a spectacular lineup. Make sure you grab a ticket, flapperscomedy.com.
April 26th, 9:30 p.m.
That's
in
right.
the main room. So we have the whole main room to sell out.
We've got a lot of room for you, and we've got to do some business. Just this past week, April 13th was Todd's birthday.
Wow.
So
a year older.
We're surprised. Todd's on camera, so we're not going to say his age. And we're going to give Todd some gifts here. One, it's a John Lennon mug.
This is a John Lennon mug, as you can tell from my John Lennon tattoo, my Abbey Road tattoo. I'm a big Beatles fan.
And then my absolute favorite book, cannot recommend it enough, The Creative Act, A Way of Being, from the fantastic Rick Rubin.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, give it a read. Check it out. And, if you do come out to the show this weekend, make sure you wish Todd a happy birthday.
Yeah, please do. Thank you, Peter. That's very sweet of you.
Dude, absolutely.
And
a lot of other big announcements happening this season. We've got a new sponsor.
Yeah, I was going to say, as we're passing out free stuff, we have a new sponsor. It's BAMCO. BAMCO is a merchandise company for your business, for your company. If you need merchandise to promote yourself to your customers, to your clients, they'll get you sweatshirts, hats, anything that you need. You can go to bamco.net.
BAMCO!
And the first thing we got from them is some sweet new swag.
Oh, okay, great. What do we got? What are we working with here?
We got our Funniest People Pod hoodie.
Ooh, nice.
These are going to be on sale on our Instagram, so if you want to buy
this is really soft, too.
Yeah, very soft.
Soft and breathable.
Yeah, we got it in just before the Chinese tariffs hit, so
yeah, good.
We'll both be rocking these all summer long.
Another fun addition to the podcast for season 2 is more exclusive content on Patreon. So if you love the program here and you want to support it on other platforms, go to Patreon. Find us on Patreon for exclusive content.
Yeah, go to patreon.com/funniestpeoplepod. You'll be part of our exclusive community there. All of our fans are going to be a part of that tier 1. You're going to get bonus content from each episode, and it won't be uncut or boring shit. It's going to be more quality podcast material from each episode that you can only find on Patreon.
Quality podcast material.
Because I cut out a lot of terrible shit. You don't want to see that. And you definitely don't want to pay for it. But the stuff on Patreon is worth it.
It's good. It's worth it. It's fun. And don't go anywhere. Stick around because we've got a great episode right here with Aaron Branch.
We were going to try to be like, come over here, but you probably won't.
Well, you know what? The only guest we need today is the fantastic Aaron Branch. Aaron, how are you doing today, brother?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for thinking of me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Dude, happy to have you on our season 2 premiere episode of Funniest People You've Never Heard of.
We did it.
Funniest People Pod listeners and viewers, you will know Aaron from Netflix's Unstable and a variety of internet videos that you've been doing that have been really ramping up over the last 12 months. And also stage and screen. Dude, you've been looking like you've been having a lot of fun.
Dude, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm tired, but I'm having a lot of fun. I'm so exhausted, but I'm having a great time.
That's awesome, man. Todd's here in the outfield as well.
What up, Todd?
What's up? A new segment for season 2 is Todd's confessional time, which is where I admit to a immediate mistake. First episode, we go to record with Aaron, and I booked the wrong venue. But Third Wheel worked with us. We're back. We made it work, and I appreciate you being a good guest and coming back for us.
It's hard to be an asshole when you two are so nice.
Oh,
being honest with you, I was ready to go full diva mode.
Well, thank you for sparing us. I don't know what that would look like, but
I'm like the Hulk, man.
It's early. The recording is just starting. So let's see.
Well, that's right. We are recording at Third Wheel Podcast Studio. They have a Hollywood location here, not to be mixed up with the West Side location.
Too soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Trauma. That's our trauma.
Always fun. So yeah, man. So first off, you just announced a tour. Recently, and what leads to that? What leads you to say, like, hey, let's hit the road? Is it enough people signing up for like the mailing list, or enough people saying like, hey, perform in my town? Or are you like, hey, I got to get out of LA for a little bit, bring a few of my friends?
1,020%. I think because how long have you been doing comedy for, Peter?
It's comedy just in general,
well,
probably
like stand
since
up, I guess.
Yeah,
he's been performing 10 years. Comedy hasn't started yet.
yeah.
Oh, you're cooking today.
I know, right? Said the brave man off screen. Said the brave man off screen.
Well, Todd can't read. How about that?
I mean, I've been doing one form of acting or performing since like 2010.
Cool.
But I started taking stand up a little more seriously in 2015.
Easy enough. Cool. So like,
how about you?
Well, yeah, I started doing I got really deep into comedy like 2011. I've been doing stand up since 2011. But like, you get it though, in a sense where it's like the touring aspect of comedy. I think it's like two things. It's headlining, and then it's touring. Or like the two things that like even when you're a year in, you're delusional that this can probably happen since. So in the time period that I've been doing stand-up, I have always wanted to go on a tour. Yeah. Like I have like always been like dreaming of it. Even when I was in college, I was like, I want to make this happen. And like, you do these weird like out of town shows, and then you put on your Instagram like, I'm going on tour, and the reality is that I'm sleeping in my car.
Yeah, road rules, man. Road rules, dude.
We're on the road.
But that's fun. You're bringing friends.
Exactly. But this was the first time where I'm on this really awesome YouTube show called The Kevin Lang Show, and because of that, it's kind of it's been like a medley of a lot of things. I think like the momentum that I've been gaining from both like the Netflix show and then and then going right to the YouTube show, created this like huge surge of like new people that were like, oh, what do you do?
Yeah, who's
and I'm
this
like,
guy?
oh, let me show you what I do. And it really kind of started to pop off after this video that we posted in like October, which was this guy just utterly just roasting me because of my line. Because of like saying like I'm receding.
Oh boy. You're gonna clown him? Is it windy outside?
No, sir.
Then why the did your hairline blow so far back? Huh?
I don't know, sir. Horrible.
Yikes.
It's so funny.
Do you ever respond to that if someone says that? Do you have like a...
I should have. I did not. I mean, all I could do is just like be like, oh my God, you just said that. Because everyone in the room started like running around. It was a whole thing. But a huge surge of people, like because of that clip, came to all of our pages. And by all of our pages, it's me, Kevin, Denny, and Herm. And I don't know, man, like our lives kind of changed over like the course of like a month.
Yeah, what does that look like? It's like more attention and then more people like, hey, you gotta, can I
more
see
like
you?
It's more DMs. I get like the most amount of like DMs now from like random people that I've never heard of, like 20 a day, and it goes up like at this point like every week, and then it's people being like, hey, you do stand up, like come to this city and come to this city and come to that city, and I noticed like because of my analytics, I had a lot of people in San Diego.
Okay.
So me and Herm were like, hey, let's try to do a show in San Diego. And we sold it out.
Nice.
We sold it out completely. And then I think 4 fights broke out.
During the show?
During the show. It was like one of the most rowdiest performances I've ever
People are fighting
participated
each
in.
other just to insult you.
I guess.
Just to get to insult you.
No, I said that.
What were the fights? What were the fights of IRL, like in real life fights?
Yes, they were like really polite fights. Like it would be like, hey, you're talking, I want to hear him. Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear him. No, I'm trying to hear him. all of a sudden bows are being thrown. Security's running in, like taking them out. It was one of the wildest things I've ever actually seen. I don't condone the fighting, but it was kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of liked it.
You realize what a hot girl feels like. You have guys fighting over you.
It's the only time I feel like a hot. It's the only time I feel like a hot girl.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned that first video or that really like broke things open was you getting roasted.
Yeah.
Is there an internet comment that lives like rent free in your mind or something, or a DM that somebody has sent you that you can recall that was either positive or wildly negative?
There have been. I mean, my memory at this point, I think I've blocked it out.
Okay,
but I can tell you what happened. It was a paragraph of just this random person just going in on me,
just roasting you,
and then they ended with just "JK, love you."
Oh no!
But I kind of like. I mean, like we've
You're
kind
the
of
worst fans.
Well,
dude.
no. The fans are amazing, and
Yeah.
I think that's been the coolest part. Is like our show is kind of based around roasting, and so what's cool is that a lot of people that watch the show they roast us too. So we've kind of created this like kind of like weird toxic love language.
Yeah.
Of like how we talk to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of with it, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, dude, love and hate are the same thing.
It's the same exact thing.
When you are doing these videos online that are kind of parodying Jubilee, Jubilee, right?
Yeah.
Media.
It's Jubilee, it's the internet at large also, but a lot of them are definitely the Jubilee videos.
Yeah. So what's inspiring the videos that you're doing? And
I find those videos to be just hilarious in general.
yeah, and we're talking about like what the balloon popping videos. And
Yeah,
like the
it's
videos
like-
that happen in a void, like in a sound studio that's like white, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like, how would you describe
I don't know. So basically Jubilee is a YouTube channel. It's like a media company, and they do a lot of like it wasn't always a lot of political leaning content.
Sure. Right.
That like is like it's debates or it's like some dating content. They have an entire thing that's just all like a dating channel. I'm like, who does dating content and political content? I don't know, but it's Jubilee. Weird media company.
And they're all on farmersonly.com.
Yeah.
That's where the two worlds meet. That and your YouTube channel.
Dude,
and Jubilee's YouTube channel.
But they're getting all of these views, pitting just people together. And as I started like digging in,
Like
I realized
against each other.
Yes, just against each other. And what I started to realize is that they would bring on like some of these really wacky like right-wing figures, and then they would just bring college kids to come in and debate them. Not all college kids,
Sure.
but a good majority of them were just college kids. And I'm like, this is not right. These are not professional debaters. These are passionate, hungry young people that might not necessarily always have the tools to be able to totally own this 50-year-old man that's telling you that climate change isn't real. And I think that's when my obsession kind of just started.
I guess the stakes are if you don't win over the chat in that debate, you get deported.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's getting deported. But that's fun to highlight and put your comedy
It's
spin
good.
on it.
Hey, ladies.
Jesus. Ooh, bad. Ooh, wee. Do you think can we get a tissue? Can we get a tissue?
Oh my God.
Like, he's like
I
really-
just didn't think that was good. Oh, sorry. I will take the tissue. I'm sorry about that. You deserve it. Sorry about that.
So we're gonna go down the line and we're gonna figure out why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Does that sound okay? Does that sound cool? All right. Why did you pop your balloon?
He's ugly.
Okay, word.
Okay. All right. Why did you pop your balloon?
He can't dress.
My great grandmother got me this.
It looks like it.
All right, let's go with the next.
All right. Okay. And why did you pop your balloon?
Honestly, he's fine, but I have a problem with his barber. He did a terrible job. Like, what is that?
Listen, so you can say what you want about me, but don't you dare talk about Darius like that.
Why did you pop your balloon?
Hi. I actually think the ladies are being really hard on him, so I kind of regret popping mine.
Oh, I mean, if you want another balloon, we can get her another balloon.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Can I get another balloon?
Let's get her back in the game. Look at you. You're doing so good. Happy Black History Month. Oh my God. This is love. This is love happening. This is great. Like.
So why did you pop your balloon?
He farted.
Didn't you just put together like 50 bald guys?
Yeah.
And then you?
Yeah, man.
Which I guess apparently.
It was 14 bald people.
Okay, 14 bald people versus you.
Because I couldn't find 15.
Right.
That's actually one of the hardest things in the world. Is
to find bald people?
Yeah. Now, all the bald people online are kind of, and this has been the funniest part about this. And actually, I can show you in real time what this looks like. This is one of the funniest things to me.
I've seen a bald person before.
Well, yeah, so this is what a bald person looks like. No, but basically, this video, the first one that I posted with James Davis, who did an absolutely amazing job, all these people are reposting the video.
Oh, right.
This video has more shares than it does actual likes.
Okay.
But all the people resharing it, I realized, are all bald people.
Right.
It's only bald people that are taking this video and then posting on their page. Which I struck a chord within the bald community, which I'm really proud of myself about.
Well, it all started from your hairline, so it kind of makes
it's all
sense.
full circle.
Yeah.
It's all full circle. My proud boy.
My proud lesbian. So what you were saying, that bald people shouldn't get paid as much?
1,020%. Us people with hair, we have to pay for a lot. And the fact that you do not have those expenses, why do you deserve that much money? That's not fair.
So you think that because all of us ain't got to pay for a little shampoo and we ain't got to pay for all this shit that we deserve to be paid less? Like we ain't got bills? You think because I look like Stone Cold Steve Austin and you look like The Rock in 6th grade, you get the Rock money and we get Stone Cold Steve Austin money? No, that's not how it works. I don't know what your problem is with it. I mean, you not too far away from joining us, player.
I'm pretty far from joining you all.
You might be changing these ideas pretty soon.
I'm pretty far from joining you all, if I'm being honest with you.
You look like you're 2/3 of the way there already.
You're half bald.
I'm not balding.
Right. Right.
I'm not balding.
No, I know,
that
man.
can't be out there.
I mean, I'm sure at some point, all 14 of them said the same thing. You know? But dude, so then what's the writing process like for parodying an internet concept and like an internet production company?
Yeah, for sure. So I basically, there's a couple of things that go into it also. Sometimes if I have a very clear vision, like for instance, we had one on TikTok got that like 34 million.
Yeah.
And I fully just wrote out the entire script because I knew exactly it had to go this way in order for this joke to hit and this joke to hit.
Contestant number 5.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not really giving us much with this photo. Can you explain what's going on?
Well, first and foremost, you can trust that I am scrumptious, baby girl. I've definitely grown into my own, in which my constituents have talked about, but I have really grown into my own.
Okay, what's your name?
Oh, yeah. So my name is Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do for work?
Yeah, so I'm a full-time male model.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what brands do you work for?
Do you want me to name drop? Because I will.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Okay. Well, I just did a photo shoot for the United States Postal Service.
Oh, I didn't know UPS hired male print models.
Yeah. It's a pretty big contract too. I actually brought you a big package.
Did you now?
Yeah, express shipping, large package. Did I mention that already?
You did.
Do you want to see it?
Maybe later.
How about I show you right now?
Huh?
Just trying to get this.
Oh.
Get this out. Get that out. Want to get that out?
Isn't this cheating? I didn't know we could even bring gifts.
Hey, you shut the up, dude. Freaking snitch.
What's wrong with this guy?
You guys aren't creative. I'm a genius.
Spoiler alert, he looks like Seth Rogen.
I don't like how he talks to me.
Am I supposed to open this?
Yes. You can open right now. Don't listen to them.
Okay. Oh, it's... It's an empty book.
Yeah. It's because our story hasn't been written yet, baby girl.
Wow.
But I've been really lucky for being in comedy for so long and have known funny people like you and funny people that I've met at the Second City and UCB. So sometimes what I'll do, kind of like the video that you and I did, just write out like a really like detail-oriented like beat sheet.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just end up just like trusting the improvisers and comedians that I bring in, and we just go in there and just like roll with
Yeah, the video that we did was, billionaires versus poor people. And basically, you know, the way that you're saying is you write out the beat sheet, but you film for 5 hours and you create like a 2-minute video, or?
Then we filmed for like 2 hours.
Okay.
And then we just like messed around. The video came out to be, I think that one was like, 12 minutes?
Oh, yeah, true.
Also. Yeah, and then I cut it up into small pieces, and then I put those out. And yeah, man, I really enjoyed the process. Like, I think like now incorporating kind of like the riffing has kind of unlocked a whole new level in terms of what's possible. Because I think there's so many, the internet has just changed entertainment as a whole. And I know so many funny people that are not lazy, they're just confused. Because we came up in this age of auditioning, and we came up in this age of like, we have to do this, and we have to give you my headshot, and I got to do this. And because the industry switched so fast, one of my like goals is to at least try my best. I can't do everything, but I want to be able to try to give a platform to some of my like funny friends that I'm like, hey, you can do it this way, and then you can do it this way, to at least see how this works, because I don't see any of this going away.
That's very responsible of you, and that makes you a good part of the community, because, just as you've said, things have changed just since, you started doing comedy in 2011 or 2010 or whatnot, and, it's gone from, there are these houses for these things, there are networks, there are production companies, there are venues, and now it's all DIY, independently produced. You'll find more
going back to the way
that
it used to be, which is the craziest part.
And so, when I'm on set with you, you're in charge, your director's in charge.
Shout out to Michael, my creative partner, absolutely hysterical dude. Handles pretty much all of the production side of things, and I pretty much handle all the creative.
He's awesome. He's great, and you guys work well together. Now,
my best
what sort of vibe or tips or set ideas did you get from working on Unstable with Netflix? Like, what was that set like, and did you borrow anything from that was successful, and you're implementing it on your own stuff?
I do think that I learned a lot.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I learned so much from there also, just like how to be able to maintain like a very respectful and fun environment. Because I think what I realized, and I don't know why, and I don't want this to change. I have gotten so lucky that every set that I've been a part of that I'm a series regular has been the best set. It was the same way with like Susu in the City. Shout out to Eden Scher, Brock, Finesse Mitchell, everybody involved. That was incredible. But it was a great set. Then cut to Unstable, and again, very great set. It was professional. It was funny. There was room to be able to riff, but there was also like this era of like ease. I felt very comfortable when I was there.
That's cool.
Especially because of my relationship with Johnny, Emma, Rachel. It was just a fun time.
Yeah.
And I've heard horror stories of sets.
Bad sets, yeah.
Bad sets, toxic sets, like things that have happened, and I'm very lucky to say that I haven't had that.
Yeah.
And I think that when Michael and I kind of started this endeavor back in December, I think one of our main priorities is to make sure that everyone feels as comfortable as possible. Just so then also, like, not only so you feel safe and you want to be able to continue doing this, but also because, like, it does help you bring out the best performance. If anyone is too anxious and too tight, it's not going to be it's just not a productive environment.
Yeah, that's tough. Talking about sets, it's a challenge because this is a creative art form, and by the time you get there, this has been an idea that's been conceptualized, written down, and then you're going to shoot it, and then there are also elements post production like editing, and so on. So it's going to be a bunch of different versions. But yes, you're saying, and I totally agree with you, the best sets are the ones where you go and you're allowed to feel comfortable and allowed to ease in and realize this is a workspace.
1,000%.
But also, there's room, there's some wiggle room to like be yourself.
Yeah, man. And like, that's where the fun happens. You know what I mean? Like, once everyone feels as if like, oh, if I fail here, it's totally fine. I think that's when you've done a good job. Because you can't be better without failing. So. Yeah,
man. Is it tough wearing all those hats? Like you're, producing
man,
it
I think that
starring in it?
Now that I'm doing this, again, going back to Unstable, I'm having the same feeling. Like there was a point within like a year of being on Unstable that I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then now being in this position, I'm seeing like I'm seeing another wing of what it is that I also want to do for the rest of my life. Like I really enjoy creating.
Yeah.
And I really want to be able to find a way to turn this into exactly what I do on a regular basis. So maybe the next time I am a series regular, it's for a show that I have written and produced.
Nice.
Or whatever, man. I just really like what I'm doing right now. I really, really like it a lot.
Dude, that's great. And you're having fun, and you're going to all different corners of America.
Yeah.
What's your family's response to like videos that you do online?
They don't watch them.
They don't watch them?
My mom especially. It's so funny too. The juxtaposition between my family. They watch the clips, but like I think the juxtaposition between like my family and like Mike's family, his family. Mike's family is like super supportive. They're like hitting like us up, like, this is hilarious, it's great, watch the full video today, it's a Sunday routine. And then my mom's like, you did what? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, everything's fine. No, it's all good. She's so supportive.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I think the idea of YouTube is so foreign to Missourians.
Yeah,
Older Missourians especially.
Is that where you come from?
Kansas City, yeah.
Kansas City. So what brought you out to LA, and when did that happen?
I came to LA after I was in Chicago for a very long time.
Okay.
And that was super fun.
I feel like Chicago is like the big city in the middle of the United States. You know
Dude,
what
it's
I mean?
the best. I was just there. Have you ever been there?
I've been to Chicago twice.
Dude, you got to do stand-up there.
Yeah, I heard
they would love you there.
Oh,
because you're not only, kind of say, you're a good person.
Me?
Yeah, and I could just tell from our interactions, you care a lot about this craft. And to me, one of the things that I love about Chicago is that that's just what the city represents in a lot of ways. In terms of like the stand-up scene, the people that do it, the producers that put on the shows, they have not only care about the craft, but they have a very like high understanding of the craft. And I feel like you fit perfectly in that mold. I think you would go there and just realize that like this could be a cool getaway for you.
Oh, that's neat.
To be able to go and do some few shows and then come back here to LA.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice. You know, of course I'd love to. Those places are all great. Or all the venues there, like Zanies, and I think they have a Laugh Factory there.
Yeah.
And, just all the venues. But what I mean by like the big city in the middle of the United States is like for someone growing up in Missouri, or maybe somebody growing up in Michigan or Ohio. Sometimes New York seems really far away. LA seems really far away, but like, Chicago
right there in the
has that appreciation for the art. Every stage production gets reviewed.
Yeah.
And, they have their own culture there, and a very good mix of people who are not only into the arts, as we're mentioning, but also big sports fans.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, great bands go there and come through there. So
it's the best.
It's a big mix of everything. And so you decided to go to Chicago. And what was your time there like?
My time was incredible, man. Yeah. I mean, I think it was all those things. It was like coming from Kansas City. Like I think that I always think about like I was a stoner in high school.
Okay, cool.
And so I don't condemn. I mean, I don't. Well, I don't.
I don't condemn, dude. I'm not stoned, and I don't not condemning substances.
It's so funny, but I stopped when I was 18.
You stopped smoking weed?
Which is the exact opposite of like everybody else that I have ever known in life. But I stopped when I was 18. But I remember like my first impression of Chicago that I think sums up everything and like what happened when I was there was my mom drops me off in college.
Where? What college?
I went to Columbia College, Chicago.
Great.
So my mom drops me off at college, helps me set up my dorm room. It's nighttime. They're about to leave to go back to like Kansas City, right? It's nighttime. I'm like, bye, Mom. I'll see you later. Close the door. She drives away. And keep in mind, in Missouri, it is like it was deathly illegal to be caught with weed.
Really?
Like people serving like long time offenses. It wasn't decriminalized. Like, especially if you were under 18, like you could get something on your permanent record that will prevent you from getting jobs. Like it was horrible.
By the way, I want to see this permanent record all these teachers have been talking about. Like, what's this?
What is this permanent? No one's ever asked to see my permanent record in adulthood, man.
Yeah,
no one has.
Let me see your permanent record. Let me see your college degree.
You're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right. But I think court is the final boss.
Court is permanent record.
But yeah, because that's from like a legal standpoint.
Court is permanent record. So okay, your mom drops you off. By the way, let me. I mean, your mom drops you off.
Yeah.
Closes the door, drives back home, and you're like,
it's nighttime.
What a lonely moment.
Yeah, very lonely moment. But amazing moment. I smell weed.
Right.
And I'm like, what's going on? And I see these two like middle-aged black women walking together, passing a joint openly in like the Chicago night.
Wow.
And they're just laughing it up, having a good time.
What
and my
year is this?
first thought, this is like 2013.
2013.
So it was decriminalized in Chicago. I
Okay.
found that out way later, but I was like, you can do that here?
Yeah.
Because like we were used to like smoking in sheds or like being so secretive because we cannot be caught.
Yeah.
So you called the police?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a narc. And I said, bye. But no, I think that just realized Chicago just opened up my mind to things that I would have probably never have seen. How
much did you invest in the Chicago art? You know, Columbia, Chicago, that's like a liberal arts school,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And lots of film majors there, and
Yeah,
like
for
a lot of
sure.
people studying the arts. How often did you find yourself embracing that culture? Because, you know, out of high school, I went to Birmingham Southern College in Alabama, and like our orientation, our student orientation was followed by a hoedown.
That's
like
awesome.
Literally, like there's stacks of hay, people are line dancing, and I was like, I could either judge this or I could be a part of it. And it was like kind of like tongue in cheek, like we don't really do this here anymore, but it's still here if you want it.
Yeah.
And I stayed there for a year, and then I moved to New York, and then I just like found myself like looking for the culture that embraced me. How often did you just kind of like find yourself, just submitting to the area that you're at, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna, be in this artistic scene and embrace it, even though it might be out of my comfort zone?
It's a really good question. I would say like after my sophomore year.
Okay, great.
Because there was a point where like I think it was too much change for me. I actually dropped out of college.
Did you really?
Yeah,
What happened?
I just wasn't used to that. Like I just wasn't used to the idea of like it was a time when like everyone was moving out of the dorms and like I was still in the dorms, and like I think that kind of triggered me into thinking like I feel like a kid right now. All my friends are like growing up, and then I was like, I don't know. I just started like questioning life and existence, and there was a lot happening politically during that time, and I was just like, I need to leave school. So I left school for like 6 months. I worked at a car wash.
Cool.
Like wasn't doing like any stand up.
In Illinois?
No, in Missouri.
Oh,
I
you
went
went back
all the
home.
way back,
Back home.
and I just was
Yeah,
like,
wow.
I need to live at home and like not do anything. And I just think that during those times, I was like, I really thought about it, and exactly what you're saying. I was like, I need to just do the thing. Like I just need to do the thing. And funny enough, this is actually full circle right now. I remember thinking like I need to live life. I need to not be scared, and I just go to Chicago and just like do the thing.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a roommate at the time. This is actually gonna make me cry, which is so funny, but I'm not going to.
Don't cry.
I was looking for like a roommate at the time, and my friend David was like, Mike is looking for like a roommate, and I only met Mike like a couple of times. We weren't like that good of friends. Michael was who I do the
is your director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I hit him up. He's in Spain at the time. Whoa. Remember, like he had like a host family. He's like yelling at his host mom in Spanish.
He's in Barcelona.
I remember, like, it was one of the funniest things. We're on Skype, and he was like, "Yeah, I would love to like live together."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Okay, cool." And we got like an apartment together, and then like he's been my best friend ever since.
Wow.
Oh,
So
wow.
like
How
had
cool.
that never you know, and so everything kind of worked out in almost like the best possible way. And I got really involved in improv, like really involved in stand up, doing like a lot of different groups. Became like a lot of really got into like the political scene there also, especially with my improv group, and it just expanded my mind even more. I'm really happy about that specific time period. I'm very proud of in my life.
Politically, like you're the funniest conservative person.
Yeah, man. Shout out to JD. No, kidding around. No.
But yeah, I mean,
I am not a maggot.
No. That's awesome, man. And you had to find a way to step out to gain perspective, and
For sure.
the way that you're talking about getting back to Chicago and then meeting Mike
was the best.
That's triumphant.
Yeah, it was the best.
But in a lot of ways, it could have. It could have gone any direction.
It could have been horrible.
Right.
I think about it all the time.
And how have you embraced or handled failure? In that time up until now, because a lot of people would have probably reacted differently to their Netflix show getting canceled after 2 seasons,
for sure.
like unstable. But you pivoted quickly, and you were like, "Hey, I'm going to invest my time and effort into this and go all in."
With
and,
a lot of people
what's it
telling,
been like?
asking me, "Why are you doing that?" By the way, keep that in
Oh,
mind
really?
too. Yeah, at the time, like there was no pay. Like, not that I'm even ever like looking for like a payoff, but a lot of people were like, "Why are you doing that?"
Yeah.
And that was
why
very,
are you doing the internet video?
Yeah,
thing?
because like especially when you're someone that was like on, Netflix.
Right.
There definitely is kind of like a why are you going to YouTube now? But I don't know. My gut was just like I think this is the right thing to do right now. And I end up being right.
And you're just trusting your inner compass.
Yeah, exactly. Because
That's
I think
good.
at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's not really even like about the followers.
Okay.
Like for me, it's always been like I really want to do entertainment on like the highest possible level.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And so like whatever I feel like gets me there, like I just have always wanted to experience that.
2 things before we go. We're about to wrap it up here. One, tell people where they can find you online and through all social media platforms.
Yeah, for sure. You can find me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. You can just find me at Aaron Branch, man.
Aaron Branch, okay.
Aaron Branch. You can find me right there.
Just search
Type in my
Aaron
name,
Branch.
You'll see it right there.
Perfect. Okay. And then at the end of every Funniest People You've Never Heard Of podcast, we like to ask our guests to hopefully refer us to someone we should feature on the program. Is there somebody that you have in mind that we should interview?
I think I mentioned her earlier, but she's very funny. And I think you guys know each other. I think Rachel Marsh would be a really good addition to the show.
Oh, I love Rachel Marsh. We worked on a commercial together.
I think she'd be very funny.
She's hilarious. She's great. And Todd, anything else from the outfield?
No, just remind the audience that this Saturday, April 26th, Aaron's going to be performing at the Funniest People live show at Flappers in Burbank, 9:30 p.m.
Let's do it.
This weekend, we're doing a live show at Flappers.
I can't wait,
You
man.
can get tickets at flapperscomedy.com. The show's at 9:30. Aaron's going to be there and a couple other past and then future guests. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for having me, Peter.
Dude, Aaron, thanks so much for being here. And then everyone make sure you check out Aaron on the road. More tour dates are being announced, but you're hitting up the East Coast, and I'm really excited for that.
Thank you so much, man. This has been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
hey,
you,
thanks for checking us out. For more content, check us out on Patreon, and see you next time. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Woo. Funniest People You've Never Heard Of is a production of Toby or Not Toby Productions. Executive producer, Todd Fields. Producer and host, Peter Murphy. Studio space provided by Third Wheel. Theme song written and performed by Justin Fields. Sponsored by Bamco, more than just merch. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and find us on Patreon for exclusive content.